This segment is sponsored by Alice Law. Our friends at Alice have gotten the ball rolling for us on estate planning. They've debunked some myths and answered some of the most common questions about how to plan. Of course, the goal in all of this is to protect your family. And now the question comes up, I've got the plan. Am I set for life now? Attorney Tim Ellis joins us now with the answer. Hi, Tim.
Hey, Catherine, good to see you.
Thank you. You too. Okay, so tell me, now that the plan is in place, am I done? Am I set for life?
Well, it depends on how long you have to live, right? We always like to say that the last estate plan that you do is the one that will be used. It's just a matter of, is that the one you actually want to use, right? So one of the things that we find in our business is, life changes and the laws change. So really, as the old saying goes, the only constant in life is change. So some examples of change that would matter when it comes to estate planning would include, you got a divorce, or, well, you were single and then now you're married, or the Brady Bunch situation. You have a blended family. He has his children, she has her children. What happens in the event that, if I die, I want my kids to get something, and maybe I want to take care of my spouse who has her own kids, but how does that all work, right? So that's an important thing that causes a need to update a plan. One other thing that's often forgotten is if you received an inheritance, mom, dad died, and you got some money, and that's going to change your financial picture. And maybe you're not sure how to incorporate that new money into your existing plan. So there's just a whole bunch of things that change in our lives. And when those changes occur, we should consider maybe updating our estate plan. But I got to tell you, one of the biggest changes in life is that you have received or are anticipating to receive a diagnosis of some sort of chronic illness.
Yeah.
And so what this does is it brings to the surface the feelings of, hey, this has happened to other people, but it wasn't supposed to happen to me.
So what kind of diagnoses are we talking about here?
Yeah. Well, a lot of times for us, what we find is there are a lot of times related to dementia. So maybe Parkinson's or ALS, commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease, multiple sclerosis, the most commonly known dementia, Alzheimer's. And when we receive these diagnoses, we know that life will be different, but we don't always know how it will be different. And my biggest thing is that many estate plans do not properly account for incapacity, dementia. You're not able to make your own decisions anymore, whether financial decisions or medical decisions. And the common mistake that is too often made when we think about estate planning is that it only thinks about death. Well, if you are gone, you have assets, we'll distribute them according to your estate plan. But if you're still alive, we need to use those assets for your own benefit. You're still here. And one of the things that most people are afraid of is going through probate court. Well, there's probate court on death to distribute assets, but there's also probate court while you're still alive, because we need to appoint somebody to make your medical decisions. And we need to appoint somebody to make your financial decisions. And if you haven't put a plan in place, we're going to court. A judge is going to get involved with that.
That's messy. Okay, real quickly, the rule of thumb for revisiting the plan. You've made it clear we're going to do it. So how often?
Yeah, every 3 to 5 years. Dust it, take it off the shelf, dust it off, take a look at who did we name to take care of our kids, who's getting the money. In our office, what we do is come on in, we can do an estate plan audit. We'll take a look at your plan. We'll ask you a series of questions, make sure that we know what you want, and then make sure that your existing plan matches what you want. And if it doesn't, we can help you update it.
All right. If it's time to create a plan or dust yours off, give the folks at Alice Law a call. The number 616-365-5055, or you can schedule an appointment right on their website. It's alicelaw.com. Tim, good to see you.
Thanks, Catherine.